Hi, my name's Sue Ellam, and I'm a tarot reader and have been for 25 years. I use mythic tarot, which is based on Greek mythology.
And hello again, I'm Carrie Beleno. I am a spiritual life coach and an intuitive Reiki master teacher. And we are here to give you practical guidance for some tough questions out there right now. So I have a bunch of questions from clients or things I've encountered over the last 20 plus years in this work. Today's question is, how do I love myself more? And again, these are not my questions. These are just questions that I glean from out there. So
It's quite a serious one, this one. We have to realize that we get the rewards for the efforts we've made. So taking kind of a spin on that one, it's like if we think we're worthy, we then get the rewards of that belief system. If we think that we aren't, and we're not lovable, we then attract things that shore up that belief system as well. So it becomes like self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's really important how we think about ourselves and how we love ourselves, because we attract the people, the situations that will support whatever belief system we have about ourselves. So that is where we're starting off. It really is a very serious question. And it can be trotted out quite kind of flippantly. Oh, how can I love myself a bit more? But this affects the whole of your life. If you don't love yourself, then you will allow yourself to be in situations where there'll be abuse of some sort, or it doesn't have to be physical abuse, but you won't be treated well, you won't get the best jobs, you won't get the best opportunities, because you don't think you're worth them. But if you do love yourself, then you will get more and better opportunities. But you've got to find the balance. You've got to also make sure you don't think that you're more lovable than everybody else. So there's always a balance here, but you will get the rewards for the efforts you make through the belief systems you have. So, and that will kind of be what kind of takes you forward. And here we have, it's important not to listen to other people's views of you. This card can be about not listening, not listening to people. But in this particular context, only listen to the people who are supporting you, who see the beauty within you, the people that find you lovable. Be discerning who you listen to. If people talk to you in a negative way, you don't want them in your life. And it doesn't matter if they're family members. I don't know I'm sounding harsh here, but it doesn't matter if they're family members, friends, colleagues, whatever. You need to decide, make a conscious decision who you're going to listen to. Because, as I say, children that are being told they're stupid when they're very young, they have massive obstacles to overcome to get to this belief system. They're not stupid at all. They just maybe learn in different ways, or, but this is being discerning and being prepared to walk away and let go of the people, of the situations that don't support self-love. This can be, it doesn't matter how handsome your husband is or how pretty your girlfriend is. If they are not respecting you in some way, they have to go. You know, it's about you saving yourself, because the more that you listen to the negative talk, especially when somebody is meant to be your best friend, is meant to be the closest person to you, then it's very difficult to love yourself. And then, but also ask, why are they saying these things? Is it to keep me in line? Is it to keep me so that I will do more things for them because I'm so grateful that they're around? There's so many different reasons why people will talk negatively to you. So they're not promoting your mental health, which is really what it is. If you don't love yourself, then it means that you can be manipulated much more easily. So this is why, I know I'm going on about it, but this is why it's so important to separate yourself from people that don't see your value, and be prepared to walk away, because this card is to do with loss, but this feeling of betrayal as well. When people betray you, you know, wish them well, send them lots of love, but send them on their way, because they're not for you, because not loving yourself means you're in a fragile state. And it's not until you truly love yourself that you'll be strong enough to deal with people like that. So they come back, they haven't got the same hold on you, you know, and maybe they've learned a few things along the way as well. You do need to start thinking about things in a new way, and completely new ideas here, but also keep away from gossipy people. This is why I keep going on about people and the people in your life that don't encourage you to love yourself. It's so important that you have people around you that value you, that love you, that support you. Then you can find self-love, because if someone else loves you, then, you know, it eventually kind of trickles in that you are actually lovable, and you start to think of yourself in a new way. And when you do that, you then have the courage to go out, start new things. You learn more about yourself. You find you've got gifts you never knew you could do, and you can see the path ahead. And that is really transformational. So how you see yourself and what you believe about yourself is really the way your life is going to go. And if you don't love yourself, then you need to you need to find a way of supporting yourself to learn to do so. Those are the cards.
Thank you. Thank you for those. So I heard a sentence just as you were wrapping up there, and true or not, see if it resonates with you. I heard self-love is our greatest immunity booster.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I'm just here to give the messages. I don't always interpret or agree, but that's one that I need to put out there. It's so funny that you said, sorry for being harsh, or something about, you kept coming back about being steadfast and in your message and harsh. And it's funny because the first thing that I wrote down, I thought was pretty harsh too. So apparently that's the direction this reading is going. I was getting a lot of information about religion as you were talking about, if you're feeling worthy, then you get rewards. And if you're feeling unlovable, then you don't get the rewards. And it is so important to take a look back at religious structures. And I'm talking about the ancient, and this flies in the face with a lot of people. It sometimes rubs them the wrong way, but just bear with me. The religious structures at the time of their inception were the government. They were the governing bodies. And so in order to keep peace, or in order to keep compliance, there were things like tithing and donation based and paying for things and keeping taxing and keeping people subservient through these religious structures because they were our governing bodies. And so we tended to be told that we weren't worthy, so that we would keep working harder to earn the rewards, whether they were rewards from God or rewards on earthly rewards. So it's I needed to make this connection apparently, because I kept hearing, take a look at religion, take a look at the religious structures. Now, I'm not talking about spirituality. I'm not talking about the part of religion that grows your soul. I'm not talking about communion with others or prayer or meditation or receiving blessings or that kind of dialogue and uplifting community. I'm talking about religious structures. You are not worthy unless you do X, Y, Z. And that's the part that has I believe, undoubtedly kills our self-love, kills our belief in ourselves, is that underlying current of religious doctrine. So I think we're starting to come out of that a little bit now. I think people are really starting to see that for what it is. I think people are starting to seek out spiritual opportunities and perhaps religious organizations because of their spirituality, in their broadening of their minds and that kind of thing. So I do have hope in that regard, but just take a look at the role that has played in your life. And I am going to agree with the statement about stepping away from institutions or people or organizations that do not feed your soul, that do not resonate with you, that do not encourage you to be your best. All of those things are forms of self-love. So I will also second Sue's recommendation to separate from those things that do not allow you to be you and do not allow your soul to breathe. So
yeah,
there you have it.
Self-love is something that is talked about quite flippantly, isn't it? And it's kind of, it's put into the kind of the airy fairy kind of category, but it's such a serious thing.
I agree. The new age did that to us. And now that we've had this pandemic, there's a lot of self-love. Like, do you have self-love? And people will say like, yes, I got a manicure, or yes, I got a massage. Like, that's not self-love. That's just taking care of yourself so you don't feel lousy. That's different than what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's all I have to say on the matter.
Yes, and please, if this struck a chord with you, please share this video on your social media.
Thank you. Bye.
See you tomorrow.